Hello, Liam from Unique Cars and Parts, and I'm with Gary. G'day, Gary.
How are you, mate?
I'm good, thank you. And I see that you've got a street rod, but I'm wondering, what sort of car is this?
1934 Ford sedan.
A 1934 Ford sedan. And now, a 1934 Ford sedan, wow. That's Bonnie and Clyde material, isn't it? What they were killed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were killed in a, was it a 34 V8 Ford?
Yep, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was either 32 or 34 Ford V8 Ford. So this is the car that Bonnie and Clyde, well, not the car, but this is the model that they died in.
That's right. Yeah.
With the suicide doors at the front.
Both doors are suicide. Yeah.
Both back and front doors are suicide.
Yep.
Okay, and obviously, if it's the Ford V8, which
No, that's a 318 Chrysler in this one.
so you've changed the engine over.
Everything's been changed in it. Yeah, it's only the body that's original 34.
Okay, so you started off with a 34 Ford V8. What? I'm guessing it wasn't in the condition we see it in. What did you get when you first bought it?
When I bought it, it was just the body, 4 mud guards and running boards. No chassis, nothing.
No chassis, nothing. Okay, no interior.
No, mate, no, nothing. Just a bare shell.
A bare shell, and so you couldn't have put the original motor back in it even if you wanted to.
No, and didn't want to anyway.
Okay, so you've gone and put a Chrysler V8 in it. What capacity was it?
318.
318. That had pushed this along quite nicely.
Yeah, it goes really well.
And you've made it up to what sort of transmission?
It's got a 4-speed manual transmission.
4-speed manual. Okay, and so you've got the body shell, the mud guards, and did you say the running boards were on it?
No, they came with it, but they weren't on it because there was no chassis under it anyway.
Okay, so then you put the motor in. You've obviously done the interior. Any other modifications that you got rid of the hood so that we can all enjoy looking at your motor?
Yeah, Sage lifting it up and down all the time.
It's a good looking engine too. Why hide it? Now, as I was driving up to Hervey Bay yesterday, I passed a yellow one that I thought looked very similar to this, and I looked inside and thought it was you, but I was mistaken. And then, as luck would have it, I parked the Wang right next door, come and found you, and you're up for an interview. And so you're here to go to the Street Rod Fair, is it?
Street Rod Nationals in Maryborough.
The Street Rod Nationals in Maryborough, and that's this Sunday.
No, it starts on Thursday, I think it is, and runs through till Monday, I think it.
Oh, so it goes for about 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
Now, you were saying before we turned the camera on that you're from country Victoria.
That's right, yeah, near Bendigo, Heathcote.
And you drove this all the way up?
Yeah, this and the caravan behind it.
So you tow a little caravan?
Yeah, 12-foot pop-up.
It obviously drives quite well to be covering such distances.
Yeah, well, I had an alternator play up on the way up, but other than that, car goes as good as gold, yeah.
Wang here hasn't given me an ounce of trouble as yet, $500 worth.
You're very lucky for $500.
Well, it hasn't let me down yet, but there's a lot of driving still to be done. Right. So you're up for the Nationals. You towed your caravan behind, and I asked you before, has it got air conditioning? The answer was no. You've got to wind the windows down.
Windows down, 100 clicks, mate. WD 100.
Okay, and what about power steering?
Armstrong Sweatwell.
Good old Armstrong steering. Okay, so you obviously put the wheels on it. You've obviously got some sort of a two-way system.
It's got a CB radio in it. Yeah, when we went to Darwin, we couldn't put them in the cars. And
you drove this to Darwin?
Been to Darwin, it's been to WA, it's been all over.
It's seen a lot of miles, but it doesn't look it. It looks in fantastic condition.
It's not a show car, mate. It's one to use, but we try and keep it clean.
Yeah, well, I've met a few people like that. I particularly love these. These parking lights that are on the side, are they?
Yeah, they're original, 34s had on them, yeah. Yeah. Cow lights, they call them.
Cow lights?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And obviously everything's roadworthy and street legal compliant, otherwise you wouldn't be driving it around. You've got struts here. What is that to do? Just to reinforce it a little bit?
Just to support the radiator and the grill and that, yeah. Just holds them out there because they're only bolted at the bottom and then that supports the top.
Okay, now if you had if it was in original condition and you had the hood, I'm guessing it would lift up from the side?
From each side and hinge down the middle, yeah.
Okay, so originally it would have a bar that went across from the top here. I guess that's what this part here is for, is it?
Yeah, chrome bar, and then the bonnet is in 4 pieces, 2 sides and two half tops.
Wow, it's looking fantastic, Gary. So the intention is to go to the Hot Rod Festival, and then where will you be heading after that?
Home, mate, south again.
And how many days does it take you to get back home?
Well, we're in no great rush. Some days we do 500, 600, and some days we only do 200 k's. Just depends on what you want to have a look at on the way home. And that.
So it's a leisurely week or so to get back home.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well,
yeah,
that's
about that to get here.
yeah, and it would be a bit awful in the heat without the aircon.
It's not too bad. It's not a hot car to ride in. You know, once you're moving, it's all right.
Well, you've got this thing here that lets a little bit of air through.
That's 1934 air conditioning.
1934 air conditioning. Well, it's a step up from the Holdens that had quarter vent windows, but you don't have quarter vent windows in this.
Not in these, no.
And it looks like plenty of storage behind the back seats.
No,
or am I mistaken?
Not actually behind the back seat, no, but there's heaps of room in the back. You can get in and stretch your legs. Right
Yeah,
there.
I can see the back seats way back there, so you've got tons of leg room.
Yeah, because there's no boot on the body, you know, that's why the roof goes back so far and then it just comes straight down, there's no boot.
Working sunroof?
Sorry?
Is that a working sunroof? What is it? Some sort of a...
It's a vinyl centre, but it's not, it doesn't move or anything. That's the roof as it is. That's original.
That's an original Ford roof. They made them like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Most cars in the early days, apparently, they didn't have a press, from what I've heard, big enough to push out the whole roof in one piece.
Aha! Oh, I've learned something. Well, Gary, it's fantastic. How fortuitous that you be parked right next to the Wang, and I was able to interview. Good luck at the Nationals. I hope you have a great time. Safe driving, and thank you for having a chat with me today. It's been a pleasure. Good on you. Thank you, Gary. Bye, mate.